The National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
To return is Greg Dortch. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019, to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. To be this small but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They go play action now. Murray. Pass right side. That's Ryman.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff, everyone.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
3rd and long for Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On the return, it's Dortch. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cardinals offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. 17 yards on that connection. First down, KC.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Mahomes now to throw again. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This one, returnable. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now, Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go right back to Connor. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's a run with Hunt. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
On 4th down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense ready to take over once again. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Murray now off the bootleg. That's caught by Harrison right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Connor. He'll manage only a couple. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Now he takes off. A big play there on the scramble. 32 yards.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. So now they'll pitch it out here. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working, and leads himself to a touchdown.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Here's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes on 1st down. Rice open. He's got it. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And this ball batted away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find any. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cards offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Murray now. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw again is Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So a very tight first half, a 1-point game here at the break. As we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. It was a solid first half for the always dangerous Kyler Murray. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. To the left side. Caught by Kelsey. That's 19 yards for the second straight play. They are rolling. Another first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Mahomes now to throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, Mahomes. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have that first down. They didn't want to settle for 3, and now it's first and goal. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On second down, Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Nice run here on second down, inside the 5, with more options now available for third and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll go again here to Connor. Connor's got the first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing now, Murray on first down. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. A give, running right. It's Connor. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Here's Connor. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Murray. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. From the gun, it's Murray. Over the middle, it's Harrison.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. To throw is Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And the Cardinals are going to have a firsting the 3-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Again, it'll be Connor. And he will power his way into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Extra point now by Ryland. He's got it. And the Cardinals will even this score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Pacheco. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Open man, left side. He's got it. 13 yards on the catch there, and the Chiefs have a first down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
And he'll get about 5. Mahomes now on 2nd down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. First and 10. Murray looking to throw. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
We'll try and run for this with Connor. The Cardinals lining up for a punt. Important punt here in this tie game late. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense, and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. A run. It's Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's worthy. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. There's that man again, another catch. And he will score again. Rashee Rice, touchdown Chiefs. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
And Butker on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Now Murray. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On 1st and 10, Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end, McBride. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. Here's second down. Again, it's Murray. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
Guarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Murray. That is caught. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. 15 yards the pickup. Good for a 1st down. Here we go. 1st and goal. Now Murray. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here comes second down. They put Kelsey in motion. On second down, Mahomes. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Here we go. One final play. That ball intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he'll be taken down. And that means we are going to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally, the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They put Kelsey in motion. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
On first and 10, it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Now, a carry for Hunt. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
So the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Murray gonna fire this one out to Harrison. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike, and it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
Working out of the gun, Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Now Connor. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.